he started fighting with everybody. And then he brought back this narrative of him to say that the hatred between him and President Cyril, he started putting that into Umkhonto weSizwe, which we were not happy about. We thought he would listen, but he never listened. Some of the things that led to myself and him not to see eye to eye was because he started doing things that we said to him we don't want. But those things then led to him being coward to face me, or to face the 7 directors of Umkhonto weSizwe. Because Umkhonto weSizwe has got directors, and those directors were sidelined. He wanted them not to be part of certain structures. And then he started doing this thing of bullying me. Now, when I started to talk, he then started to have this issue, and then started this style of pushing Duduzile and the Youth League to fight me. But in short, as I was said, I've warned many people that Zuma is no longer honest. Maybe he was never honest before, but we thought he would be honest. We thought he has learned from the ANC that you must behave correctly. But then he didn't do that. Then he started firing people, expelling people. And I want to clear that one also. Zuma has no power to expel nobody. He doesn't have that power. I understand that Shibambo, when he came, he tried to change the constitution, which is very wrong. The constitution was commissioned by the IEC. It's there. We can't do that. We can't change that thing until the Congress or the conference. But okay.
Before, do you have this constitution that when you registered, they wanted a constitution and you submitted to IEC? Do you have that constitution?
It's there. It's there, 100%.
So there's the original constitution, there's a constitution suggested at Huvo Villa Villa, and then there's a Floyd constitution. There are 3 MK constitutions.
Right now, I think there are about 6. Because there are different people that are writing this constitution.
Yeah.
Someone comes and he wants to do it his own way that will suit his crazy thinking or whatever style he wants to do. So they prepare this constitution, and Zuma allows them. Today they give him, as long as that constitution gives him 100% powers, he will take it. So I want these people to say that Zuma is killing the Umkhonto weSizwe party, but they never listen to me. It's not only Shibambo. Also Willis Mchunu, the long-serving member of the ANC, who has served in all the government positions, but he was naive also.
So where's Maqingwane now?
He's in the cold. As much as he hasn't got the letter yet, but he's in the cold, because he's no longer he's a leader but without powers. Anytime he might get a letter, like those that got letters last week. So many people would get the letter because Zuma doesn't have I think he's gone he doesn't think anymore about the organization. He thinks about himself, what he can gain. So people left their political parties and joined Umkhonto weSizwe. But what is critical is that when these people in 2029 May, they never voted for Umkhonto weSizwe. They voted 2024 May, 29 May.
Sure.
They never voted for Umkhonto weSizwe. They voted EFF, they voted ANC, they voted IFP, they voted NFP, but Zuma, after the leaders of Umkhonto weSizwe pushed to get the 2.5 million voters, to get KZN as a majority, to get to national parliament and 58 people. We could have done even more if Zuma didn't went crazy. We lost the party because of him. So what I'm trying to say is that all these people that are parachuted, I did say, I warned them, you can't come here and be parachuted into higher positions. There are leaders that were leading Umkhonto weSizwe, that were pushing people to vote for Umkhonto weSizwe. And Zuma pushed out those people. He bullied them and then push for these people who did not vote for Umkhonto weSizwe. Shibambo never voted for Umkhonto weSizwe. Willis never voted for Umkhonto weSizwe. And many of them, and all of them, they are so-called high command. What is that? What are they commanding? They are only commanding Zuma to fight against the legitimate leaders of Umkhonto weSizwe. They are commanding Zuma to fight against the legitimate kings of this country, the legitimate priests of this country. They push them out, and Zuma only have them. As I was saying that Zuma went crazy when he saw the membership of the Umkhonto weSizwe. And that's the time he took a decision that I'm going to be a member of Umkhonto. No, not a member. I'm going to be a supporter in full and be with the Umkhonto weSizwe. So he started to bring this narrative that we must say the ANC is no longer the ANC of the OR Tambos and all the people that started the ANC, but it's for Ramaphosa, because he wanted to fight Ramaphosa through MK. He wanted us, in actual fact, he poisoned us as leaders to fight his fight against Ramaphosa. That's all he was doing. And today, MK is Zuma family. And he said it himself, that this is my party. When he said he's expelling me, he said, now you can go and register your MK2, but MKP is mine. It's now Zuma. And his people said that it's a Zuma family a party. So MK is no longer a party for the people, but not the real MK. The fake MK is a Zuma family store affair, because this one belongs to the people of South Africa, and I'm going to fight to make sure that the people of South Africa, the people that started, the people that were fighting, that push people to vote for, those are the legitimate leaders with the churches, the kings, traditional healers, and everybody that was involved in the initial stage to make sure that Umkhonto weSizwe get the power. No. Okay, let me explain. There's two things, and I think Zuma doesn't understand. Maybe if you can ask him that question, he will never give you the right answer. Umkhonto weSizwe is registered as a party through the IEC processes, which says you must register and advertise. You advertise the logo, you advertise the directors, you advertise the name and the abbreviation. The 7 directors are the people that I registered the party with. So those are the executive directors of Umkhonto weSizwe. So if you are not on that founding statement of registration with the IEC, you are not a director. You can be a member.
All right.
Now I want to do the separations. It's myself, Jabulani Sibongiseni Khumalo. It's Musawenkosi Mhlabuhlangene Gasa. It's Nhlakanipho Raymond Khumalo. It's Jabulani Nyathi. It's Bheki Manzini. It's Dladla Mengameli. It's Ziku Matondo. So when you register a party, it's not compulsory, but because the IEC registration or account, when you register and get the account, there are limitations. So you have to register an NPO or NPC. in order for you to get people to put money, to donate. So they can only donate to the NPC or NPO, because IEC cannot take more than 100,000 rand. Now, we decided that not only the directors on the IEC will register the NPC, we register the NPC on the side. Now, Zuma doesn't understand this. His daughter doesn't understand this. His high command doesn't understand this. The NPC is a standalone company. The IEC number one is standalone. They don't have any relationship. You, the directors, makes the relationship between the two because of their accounts. Now, Zuma said he's expelled me from Umkhonto weSizwe. Now, the NPC, he thinks because he did that nonsense on this side, he's done the same nonsense on the NPC. So they've been trying, because Zuma got to be a president fraudulently, they've been forging the way and forging themselves to be in the NPC fraudulently. They changed my number, they changed my email in order that I don't see the OTP when they were trying to put themselves inside the NPC. I found them. And that was done by Duduzile herself. He put Zuma, his sister, his brother, and these other crazy 3 boys. I stopped it and removed them. After I removed them, they made so many attempts again to come back up until last month on the 14th. They went and lied to CIPRO that they are directors. They are not directors. They sent minutes, which means nothing, because they are not part of NPC. They are not directors of the NPC. The NPC directors is myself, Mrs. Sungubane, Musawenkosi Gasa, Lebo, Mubeng, Sidwell, Masilela, Tulani, Olvin, Mahlangu, Mgidi, Jabu, and Mrs. Sungubane.
Tuesday.
Let me start with the one for the forensic aspect on the signatures. We did that one. I have done the forensic aspect report and everything today. That one, that's for SCA to be done. Okay. But the NPC one is on Tuesday. That's where we'll be arguing, because after their attempts, I think on the 14th, they were able to remove us from the system of the NPC, from the CIPC. We fought this up until I said enough is enough. Then we put the case against them, which is sitting on Tuesday. That's why we are saying the real members of MKP must come to Pretoria High Court, 9 o'clock, where we will be arguing in front of the whole nation and the world that these people are thugs. They want to take the organization fraudulently. They tried on the party, on the IEC, and they are doing it again on the CIPC.
Yes.
Now we are saying to the, we'll be saying to the judge, these are criminals. We want you to give us the authority to stop this nonsense. And in South Africa, thuggery is not allowed. Forgery is not allowed. But there's someone very high who's sitting on a seat through fraud, and he doesn't care. But one day we'll deal with that one. But what I'm saying is that fraud within the organization has grown so much that it has taken over. And what I want to stress is that none of our directors are part of this. And the directors, Zuma tried to separate us, but we are together now. We are united as before, and who are going to fight and make sure that the organization goes back. Because, you know, there's one thing that I want to elaborate on shortly. When we started the organization, before Zuma hijacked us, we wanted to consult with the kings, the chiefs, the churches, and I did that alone. And Zuma hijacked it. The only thing that I hate about it is that he asked the kings to come to him. I never seen that in our culture. In our culture, we go to the king and pray before him, because why? His children. We do not have the power to call the king to our place. We don't have that. In actual fact, the kings, they must summon Zuma to pay for doing that to them. Because he has done something wrong. He has told our kids that you can undermine the kings. You cannot do that.
The last time,
because the kings are the only people who owns this country, who owns the land, and we are the subject of the kings. Well, we have been talking to some of the kings. Unfortunately, the king of the Khoisans, I went to Cape Town to meet him. Unfortunately, we ended up in George. We never got there. But I'm happy that I've met him today.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's going to elaborate on this issue, because he's one king that we wanted to meet because of the Khoisans were the first in the Cape. And they just fall trekkers when they came on upon their land before us. So we believed they have more understanding of this land because they were there first before us. So, and we have other monarchs. Like, let me explain the one thing. KZN is somebody who says MK was registered by the Kingdom of KwaZulu. That is totally lies, pathetic lies. There is no kingdom that registered Umkhonto weSizwe. I registered Umkhonto weSizwe, but I consult all the kingdoms, all the kings. I respect them, because my belief was that if we want Umkhonto weSizwe to work, we must then go and sit before our kings and elaborate what we are thinking and why we want that to happen, and request and ask for their blessing, of which that's what I was doing before Zuma hijacked, then said the kings must come before him. The thing that we wanted to happen was that we must build a royal house, a high one, that will be higher than the political and politics and the government parliament. They must all report to the kings, not the kings reporting to them. We must ask the kings what to do, and they must approve. If they don't approve, we don't do that, because this land belongs to the kings. We are led, and we were born under them. Well, we have given ourselves a thought on it, but we have spoken to a number of comrades on the ground. We know they are afraid, but I always say, do not be afraid of anything. No one is going to do anything to you. They've tried to kill me, even just last month. They tried to kill me here in Centurion, but they failed. When God and the ancestors are with you, nobody can touch you. People must believe that they were not brought here on this earth by a certain individual, but God and their ancestors, they are with them. They must believe on that. But we hope that some people will come, others won't come, but they will know, because we will broadcast the case. And we want to make sure that this case makes or make a mark to the whole country, to say that people who lies, people who steal people who do wrong things in South Africa do not have a space. But people will come, those that will come, because they will be brave enough. If they love the organization, they will come. They must stop fearing nothing. There's nothing that anyone can do. If they love Zuma, they must love him, but they must not love him more than their organization. They must love the organization first. They must not love me more than the organization. They must love the organization if they want to be free.